Blues fans, join us at our home games on the campus.
At Sport Clips, we are constantly looking for ways to bring the game to you. That includes our relaxing shampoo.
Are you ready for your rinse?
Maybe we should leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
The Orange County Blues are finally back in Irvine, and that means the return of Justin Maestas, Brad Paul, and I for another edition of the Blues Roundtables. Tonight, the Orange County Blues get set to face off against the Sacramento Republic. And Justin, it's do or die for the Blues from here on out. What's at stake in these final 4 games?
Pretty much their playoff hopes. I mean, they need to play a lot better in these 4 games, their homestand. I mean, that away trip didn't go so well for them. These next 4 games are crucial for them to make the playoffs.
And Brad, the Blues were hoping to put themselves in a better position on their 4-game road trip before this 4-game homestand. However, things kind of went awry.
Yeah, they did not go so well. The team went 1-3 on that road trip, and they were shut out twice, only scoring a total of 3 goals in 4 games. And 2 of those 3 goals came from the run of open play against Charleston in a 3-2 loss. But the Blues, that loss, actually that road trip rather, put them just outside the last and final playoff spot at the moment, but there's still time to make some ground.
Well, that win at Rochester was certainly huge, as the Blues in their last 3 games traveled around over 5,000 miles. Let's take a look at how things unfolded on the East Coast.
With Cortez, and he spins away from it. And there's Kevin Kerr. Nice little touch over to Nguyen.
Boy, he's got it, Joseph.
There. And Nguyen in there. Here's Danny Earls. Oh, second one. Can he get it? Back to Green.
Well
That's
done.
a goal.
Brilliant job, yes.
For Mike Green from Danny Earls.
Danny Hills there, Gino, did the right thing. I thought he was going to take a shot again, but he just cut the ball back, and Green had one touch and buried that ball in the right corner of the goal.
Yeah, here it is again. I mean, Guenya gets that touch. There's a bit of a knockdown there. That's Green. He gets down, gets up.
One.
Yeah, and he just cuts that back up, and Green does well to really strike that one home. The Blues.
Well, that was a foul.
Yeah,
right
Turner and Greeny gets up and says, "Oh, here it comes. I'm going to have a go," and he rips that one into the upper 90.
Top right-hand corner.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't want it in a better position. The keeper was kind of in a good position as well, but
the Blues. And
the ref just did look at his watch.
Oh,
and,
here's a guy. He's going to get that one. Oh. No. Oh, great save by Mike Lish.
Boy, that's the
nice 1-2
there.
by the Blues, but Mike Lish read it well, went down, smothered that one brilliantly. Terrific play by Mike Lish.
Hey, that was the play of the game right
there.
Not a very good clearance.
Yeah, not a good clearance. A guy comes with that one. Boom, quick little 1-2, and that is going to be it. Hounds come up with a win, 26 points for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. 6 wins in the last 8 games for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds.
They've worked very well together.
Oh, a good ball from Slogic. And running in was Rolfe, who gets tripped up. And the Rhinos will get a restart here.
Is this going to be yellow or red?
It is yellow.
Boy, that's
33rd minute, first yellow card of the game. Goes out to Fabrice Gautrat.
Let's see this. Here's Slogic with the long ball. Boy, you know, referee he
fires. Goal. 41st minute, 7th goal of the year on the PK for Russell as Hoxie was taken down. And Orange County hadn't scored a goal in their last 4 games. Finally gets one into the back of the net in the 41st minute.
Well, McCarthy guessed right. It was too well placed a penalty from the veteran Alan Russell. And he hadn't really done much in the game, but you know what? Doesn't matter. He got the goal, and now first goal given up by the Rhinos in a while. Here, let's see the PK call. Hoxie gets the ball. The ball is in the box, but where's the foul call?
Yeah, he takes a step in the 18.
Just inside the box. Boy, that is very, very close, but it looks like the referee got the call right.
Rhinos looking. Here's McCarthy's service.
Rhinos need a flick here.
Can't get it from Banks as Russell jumps up and over him, and Charles Murphy brings this one to a close. And for Orange County, their 6-game losing streak comes to an end tonight. And unfortunately, it comes at the hands of the Rochester Rhinos.
And again, another 1-0 game, and that penalty kick in the 41st minute. Alan Russell scored it, but it was set up by former Rhino Andrew Hoxie.
On the left. Good quick closing down from Oki, but it's a good ball from Ajeti for Van Schaik, who squared it. There was no one there. Cuevas heads across, and it's in! No offside. Kelly scores. The Battery take a lead. Charleston with a wall. Russell swings it over the top. Oh, palmed away by the keeper. Good free kick from Alan Russell. And Cooper, well, he got down and got his body in the way, and somehow he got it clear. Touch from Kelly. He's got some moves here at the top of the 18. Gets the shot away. It struck the arm. Penalty, says the referee. First half, Charleston 1-0 up. Make that 2. He buries it. Top left-hand corner. Keeper went the other way. And there was really no doubt, was there, in Charleston have doubled the advantage. PM Radio 9:10 a.m. Thanks for joining us on the Battery's YouTube broadcast. That's a lovely run. He's onside. Around the keeper, surely. Yes! 2-1. There's the closest player. Gets there first. Finds a teammate, Suggs. Back to Cortez. Has a little swing at it. Palmed away by the goalkeeper. I'm not sure if that was headed in or not, but well played. So this is a chance for the Battery. It's Cuevas on the right foot. Good angle. Hits it with some pace! Dane Kelly, 3-1. Here's Garner for Orange County Blues. Right down the middle, great ball, chance! Yes, 2-1. 3-2 rather, it's Kim who beats the Battery defense. Super ball from Garner, And Orange County Blues right back in the match. Oh, the pressure is on the home side here, I think. Orange County trailing. They've got to score. Oh, lovely from Kim. He's in behind. Oh, he shot wide of the target. Super first touch. He was in behind the defender, and he blasts it wide. Here's Mueller. Oh, lovely little pass inside to Prince. They don't need a fourth here, the Battery. He plays it in anyway, and it's Marini wide. Saved, I think, by the keeper, but he had a chance to finish it off there.
Well, Brad, despite the frustrations of that road trip, there were a few bright spots, including Sungju Kim.
Yes, Kim, at 18 years, 225 days, became the youngest player in Blues history to score a goal. Coach Dariush Yazdani and GM John Spencer both love his work rate and tenacity in the midfield. And with Kim being so young, with the game today and the rest of the season, his career looks very bright from here, Mark.
And Justin, with the Blues needing to win all 4 games and have other results go their way in order for them to make the playoffs, they need everybody, and they've added a few players right before the roster freeze, which is today in the USL Pro. Talk about these players that have come in for the Blues and what they bring to the squad.
Well, there are 5 new players here for the OC Blues. 3 of them play in the back. 1 player, Griffin's in the back. He's a really good player that John Spencer said has been playing well in the center back position. A couple more players out on the wings, Gardner and Martinez. Look out for them because all 5 of those new players are playing today.
Well, after tonight, there's 3 more home games left in the regular season for the Orange County Blues. And if you haven't been out to Anteater Stadium yet to see a game live, this is what you're missing.
Blues fans, join us at our home games on the campus of UC Irvine for a fun family event with your very own OC Blues. If your child or team would appreciate walking out for pregame ceremonies, holding hands with professional soccer players, or playing a mini soccer game to entertain the crowd at halftime, contact our front office today. For an enjoyable and affordable night out with the family, call us at 714-738-8011 or email us at seats@bluessoccerclub.com.
At Sport Clips, we are constantly looking for ways to bring the game to you. That includes our relaxing shampoo.
Are you ready for your rinse?
Maybe we should leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
And welcome back to Anteater Stadium here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in a very important matchup between the OC Blues and Sacramento Republic. Justin Maestas, and right next to my left, I should say, Brad Paul. And here on this fantastic evening, it's a very important game in terms of playoff spots. The Blues need to win this game, don't they?
They really do. Sitting just outside playoff contention right now, sitting 10th in the standings. There is some games to be played amongst the USL Pro teams, but these last 4 games here at home, very, very crucial.
And one thing for the Blues is that their inability to score goals in the run-up play. I mean, they broke that goalless streak with an Alan Russell penalty kick a couple games back, and they did it last game, but only 28 goals on the season, which is tied for the 2nd worst in USL Pro. What needs to change here for the Blues?
Well, they just need to find a way to win. It doesn't matter how they win or by how much right now. As this season winds down and you're so close to the playoffs, they'll take 1-0 victories. It really doesn't matter at this point. But they have brought on some new players to hope spark that offense and give them that playoff push.
And then here for the Sacramento Republic, the team from up north, still California on California, Sacramento Republic. They're sitting pretty in 4th place right now, and even though the season's coming down and winding down, it looks like they're going to get a playoff spot, but they can define that and definitely have a playoff spot with a win here tonight.
Yeah, the Sacramento Republic supporters group is definitely here and loud, as we've already heard them cheering it on in the pre-games. So Sacramento's just looking to capitalize, close out this weekend here with a victory, and smooth sail from there on out.
And even though Sacramento are sitting in 4th place and the Blues are just fighting for a playoff spot. These two teams have faced off in some really good matchups, and they played 3 times, and all of them have been 2-1 results. And each team has won their home games. What needs to change here for Sacramento Republic if they want to get 3 points on the road?
For the Sacramento Republic, they need to just come out early and get that lead. The OC Blues on their recent road trip had those woes of scoring, and it would serve very well for Sacramento's defense if they could just keep the lead and hold on. It's going to be a hot day out there today. Both teams are going to be battling the sun, over 90 degrees here today, so it's going to see who could have the stamina to go the full 90, and that should be the team that comes out victorious.
And you talk about that stamina, it's going to be a tough matchup here just because it's so hot here in Southern California. I mean, it's dry heat, but once you reach the high 90s and almost triple digits, it's going to be tough for them, isn't it, out there?
It is. They got to stay hydrated, and unlike the Major League Soccer, they have 5 subs here, so expect both teams to use them all. Coach Dariush Yazdani, and for Sacramento Republic, Preki.
And you can see Sacramento's uniforms in the right side of your screen. They're in their all-white uniforms, which is pretty smart here today. And so it's going to be a pretty good matchup between the Blues and the Sacramento Republic. But just going back to and actually we have the graphic here, as you can see, 9th place standing for the OC Blues. But they did go 1-2 on that road trip, and you're going into that road trip thinking they had to do a little bit better than 1-2, but all is not lost.
Yeah, they started off their recent woes going 1-7 in their last 8 games, and it started with a loss up in Sacramento.
And for Sacramento Republic, they're undefeated in their last, I think, 5 games. And so they're a very good team on a roll. As you can see the full USL Pro standings right here. Sacramento Republic in 4th place, have 2 games in hand to the LA Galaxy, and not only will they clinch that playoff berth with a win, but they'll also jump a very good LA Galaxy team and get a better seed in the playoffs. Looking down at the OC Blues, they do have 27 points, and in that trio of the Charlotte Eagles and the Arizona United SC, all those teams are fighting for playoff spots. And even looking down at Wilmington, they have 26 points, and also Pittsburgh. There's a lot of teams fighting for a playoff position, so it's not an easy task here for the Blues.
Not at all, and a win today could actually put the Blues back into that 8th and final playoff spot with 3 to play. Not all the teams have played the same amount of games, so this last 2.5, 3 weeks of the season is going to be very exciting.
As you can see, Alan Russell and the Blues coming out, Sacramento and Justin Braun coming out also, and the battalion coming down from Northern California here to beautiful Southern California, just because they know this is such an important game here in Irvine, California at UCI Anteater Stadium.
And now the starting lineup for today's opponent, Sacramento Republic
here on this beautiful
FC.
day.
In goal, number 25, Dominic Jakubek. Defender, number 23, Imran Clementa.
At Sport Clips, we are constantly looking for ways to bring the game to you. That includes our relaxing shampoo.
Are you ready for your rinse?
Maybe we should leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
USL Pro and the OC Blues.
The Sacramento Republic and the Orange County Blues getting set to meet for the fourth and final time this season. Each team has won 2-1 on their home field. Brad Paul alongside me, Mark Serber, courtesy of Liquid Event TV. And Brad, we talk about the fact that the last time these two teams played, they were supposed to play on July 4th. And instead, because of the wildfires on the fairgrounds where Booney Stadium is located, the Blues had to end up staying 5 days in Sacramento, lost that game heartbreakingly in the 93rd minute, and that was the first game of their 1-7 slide. Players and coaches will tell you that that had nothing to do with it, but you can pinpoint it as the turning point in the Blues season, as before that, they had gone 5 out of their last 7 games with wins.
Well, when you go on the road and you're faced with adversity that's something way out of your hands, like a weather, fire, it really plays a toll on those players. And being away from home on the road for that long, extending your trip, maybe you didn't bring enough clean clothes, things extend and cause added problems. And unfortunately, that 1-7 slide has happened because of those brush fires.
Well, the Blues playing their 4th game in 10 days. The last 3 were on the East Coast, traveled over 5,000 miles, went 1-3 on a 4-game road swing, as we have a good look at our referee for today, Adrian Gonzalez, waiting for the Blues to get set. They're in their all blue as they break out of their huddle. The Sacramento Republic still in theirs as they are looking to become the first team to win away between these two teams this season. Sacramento 6-5-1 on the road, Brad, and a win tonight, and they will surpass the Dayton Dutch Lions as having the most wins away from home in the USL Pro. Interestingly enough, Dayton behind the Blues in the table, despite the fact they have 6 road wins, they have yet to win at home.
Yes. But tonight, OC Blues looking to tie up the season series, their last match that they'll face each other. 3 previous meetings have been scores of 2-1, so everything's in the favor of the OC Blues tonight.
Well, the Blues looking for 3 points to keep them in the playoff hunt. A win for Sacramento, and they are in the playoffs. 3 more wins for Sacramento as well will set a USL Pro record for most wins by a team in their inaugural season. Orlando City currently holds that with 15 when they joined in the USL Pro era back in 2011.
And so far, we've seen what Orlando City's done, and they'll be going on to the MLS.
Good quick one-touch passing. Franco gets a touch. One of 5 players making his home debut for the Blues today. Is this one taken by Jakubek? And Sacramento Republic, as we know, really making a push for Major League Soccer. There was talk that the Sacramento Kings might buy them to try and help speed up the process. And when the players were asked about it, they kept quiet. Jakubek was asked about it by the Sacramento Bee, and he said, well, if the Kings buy us, I want to be the starting point guard. And then he just walked off the field. Probably the best interview ever that I've ever heard. Also had the chance to talk to Coach Preki before the game, and I asked him about some of the records that that Sacramento Republic might set, and he said, I have no clue what you're talking about, and I don't want to know about it. So we moved on to the next question. So this is a team that's taking it one game at a time as they look to leapfrog the LA Galaxy into third place in the USL Pro standings. They have 2 games over them in Richmond. All 3 teams, and Sacramento, are chasing the Orlando City Lions, who are in first place.
Well, Sacramento definitely has the fan base to become an MLS squad. Let's see if, after their inaugural season, what the league has in store with plans to expand.
Well, Sacramento has already smashed the USL Pro attendance record with over 118,000 fans, and they still had 5 games left to play after breaking that record that was previously held by Orlando City with just under 113,000 last season. As it's the Republic trying to establish a little bit of possession here. Good traveling fan base for the Republic.
I actually got a little insight that some of Sacramento Republic's fan base are American Outlaws, so these are very soccer-heavy fans.
So some of the Tower Bridge Battalion is here at UC Irvine, but if you're watching back in the California capital, we'd like to say welcome to the Tower Bridge Battalion and to all those watching not only in Sacramento, but here in Orange County and around the world in the USL Pro and the Orange County Blues YouTube page. As this ball switched over, Martinez is chasing. The 22-year-old Uruguayan scored his first goal in the 3-2 loss against Charleston in their last game on that road trip. In fact, it snapped a 507-minute streak with no goals from open play for the Blues. As before Alan Russell had hit a penalty, they had been shut out in 4 straight games. 414 minutes without a goal. Good hold-up play by Braun. No one really joining him in the attack. Now John turns, looking to shoot. And that shot was always skewing away from goal, but the first chance of the game goes to the Sacramento Republic in the 4th minute.
Oh, that was a great run of play right there. Braun brought it up here on the near side. Held it up beautifully. The wily veteran, former of Chivas USA, playing here. Been one of the leading goal scorers for Sacramento, and he's also brought that leadership, which has contributed to how well they're doing in the standings.
Sacramento Republic on a 5-game unbeaten run, including wins in their last 3 games by an aggregate score of 9-2. And Brad, perhaps most impressive of that run was their tie, 0-0 against Orlando City, the first team to keep the Lions scoreless this season. Bartolome looking to get forward. Good tracking back by Kim to pick his pocket. Sacramento hunting to win the ball back in packs, and they will get it via the throw-in.
And with the conditions here today and the field being dry, this ball is whipping around here, and both teams seem to be very comfortable on the ball, not afraid to push forward.
Mirkovic switches flanks. And this is Nemanja Nekovukovic, former Columbus crewman. Bartolome has worked his way into midfield after spending the last 3 games at left back. Guzman, the man who broke Orange County Blues hearts with that goal in the 93rd minute rather, back on July 7th, as it looked like the Blues were about to overcome that adversity and pick up a point in front of a capacity crowd up at Booney Stadium. There's a nice turn and ball on the outside. Just a bit too far, and it'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Sacramento Republic. And come in at 13-6-3. Brad, speaking of records, if they can win 3 of their final 6 games, then that will be the most wins in the regular season ever for a team coached by Preki. Had 15 the year that Chivas USA went to the playoffs, and he was voted the MLS Coach of the Year. Once again, one of those records that Preki doesn't want to know about.
Deep down, we all know he's aware of it, and he'll quietly say what it is so that he doesn't make his team get all excited about it either.
Into the 7th minute of play, and Aaron Perez getting ready to take this goal kick for the Orange County Blues. The Blues are 5-5 at home. Need to win all 4 games. Anything less than 12 points, and they're most likely out of the playoffs, Brad.
Well, they're still going to need some help in addition to getting their own results, and all those teams we saw all tightly backed up there.
Flag stays down as Lopez looked to get off a cross. He was well marshaled by Franco. Now the cross comes. Lovely touch in the middle for Rivera, trying to split the defense. Daly was wise to it.
Fans, be sure to visit our Blues booth to enter for the chance.
Vera whistled for bundling over Mirkovic.
Today you'll get a chance to show your skills.
Quickly taking free kick. And Turner adroitly heads it back to his keeper.
That was almost a great opportunity for the captain, Alan Russell. Looked to be even there as he was at midfield and going to get that through ball and go one-on-one with the keeper. Great read by Daly to intercept that pass, and could have been a key opportunity for the OC Blues here inside the first 8 minutes.
Wonderful ball by Guzman. Springing a player on that far side, and that looked to be a handball. Adrian Gonzalez not interested. And Franco chested back to Perez after a mistouch by Kim. Very lucky that nobody was attacking it for Sacramento. Russell did well to get a touch. Neatly stepped in on the far side. Oh, it's a good ball through. Turner's there. Turner twisting, turning, and is able to play the ball off his man and out of bounds rather.
Good job by Turner. Keep that ball in and deflect it off Sacramento Republic and earn a goal kick. As we see the beautiful leg from Perez there. He's got a real boot on him.
Former NFL punter Perez with the likes of the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Interesting fact, Brad, both teams are only going with one keeper today. And I asked John Spencer, I said, if Perez gets hurt, who's going in goal, Mike McGee? To which the GM did not reply to my text. Surprise, surprise. But once again, it's Sacramento Republic trying to establish their dominance in midfield. However, it's one back, and the ball is on the feet of Franco. Well, he almost put Moses in an uncomfortable situation, but Moses was able to get out of it, but then ran right back into traffic. And the counterattack could be on here through Rodrigo Lopez. He sprays it out wide. Alvarez does a good job to keep it in. Garcia late in arriving, and there's space for Alvarez to attack him. Good work by the former Cuban international, and Kim came over to help.
Well, Mark, both these teams are doing great team defending as we saw Moses lose it. 4 white shirts around him, and right there, Kim coming to help get that ball back and clear the danger area.
Oh, Bartolome all alone on this near side. This is his 4th straight game playing at left back. Bartolome is a forward by trade. And once again, smartly headed back to Aaron Perez, this time by Garcia. Garcia in his 4th season with the Orange County Blues, his 2nd season in succession in which he re-signed midway through after being unattached. And this is one of the new boys, Griffith. Moses came to the Blues as a central midfielder, Moses, and instead was employed first as an outside mid and then as an outside back. Now is back in his preferred position. However, he needs Rivera and company to keep the ball. Lopez fighting on the far side and coming in to stab the ball away, but at the expense of a corner is Marco Franco. Franco, 23-year-old rookie from UC Irvine, where he was teammates with both Enrique Cardenas and Jimmy Turner, is on loan from the Chicago Fire, where he is yet to make an appearance. But he's back playing professional ball on his college pitch. As here comes the corner kick, and Adrian Gonzalez sees something that he doesn't like. And the referee talking to Braun.
Who is the danger man that Sacramento is going to look for in the box right there.
And the heavy artillery is up from the back. In the first game between these two teams, Rodrigo Lopez whipped in a free kick that was headed in by Mickey Daly. However, this time it's played across the ground. And good reactions there from Aaron Perez to deny Max Alvarez. Blues trying to work their way out of traffic. Moses twisting and turning. Poor clearance gives the ball right back to the Republic. Tremendous turn by John, looking for the hit. And getting down well once again is Perez.
Well, that corner kick was played to perfection for Sacramento, but gave himself no angle to slide that past Perez, who had that beautifully blocked at the near post. Gotta applaud the effort, though.
John is a player that the Blues have to be aware of, has 2 goals in his last 3 games. On loan from San Jose, where he scored 4 goals his rookie year.
John also has 5 on the season, one of the leading goal scorers for Sacramento.
Are you surprised not to see Stewart in the lineup, considering the fact that he has 7 goals alongside Rodrigo Lopez?
He might come in as a second-half sub here just because to give him some super sub status, heavy artillery late in the game. Sacramento knows where they sit in the table. Might be the last push of a game still tied and give him that victory and send him off into the playoffs.
Eli Garner unable to chase this one down. Garner had an assist against Charlton. John Spencer, general manager of the Orange County Blues, told me he should have been given credit for assist on both goals. However, on the USL Pro page, he has just 1. But he's also scored against the Blues this season, where he transferred from the Dayton Dutch Lions.
For all those fans out there that think the name is familiar, you are absolutely correct. We have called his name just on the opposing side.
Russell unable to get to that one. Martinez brings it down in midfield. Bit of a heavy touch, and Guzman takes over. 14th minute, and Gonzalez whistles a free kick in favor of Sacramento Republic. Vukovic. Bartolome venturing forward once again. Looking inside for Lopez. The idea wasn't bad, but no one was making the run. And Garner had straight offside, so he lets it go. USL Pro Soccer, score, stats, news, and more exclusively on USLProSoccer.com. And if you go to that site, you know that today, this is the only game in the USL Pros. All the other games were played last night. Garner has some space. Good tracking back on the far side, but it's the first corner kick of the game for the Orange County Blues, and it comes in the 15th minute.
That was a good job by Turner getting out wide, springing Garner up that far flank. Does well, earns a corner kick, first of the match.
So Garner's going to take this one. It's going to be a short one inside for Rivera. Rivera trying to turn, and instead works his way right out of bounds. But it says deflected last off of Sacramento players, so it's going to be another corner kick. Well, Rivera's that player who can turn something out of nothing. We've seen it many times before. This is Martinez. Garner around him. Lovely ball back to Martinez. Flag stays down. And Martinez was trying to catch Jakubik at his near post.
Not a bad idea right there, as the Blues have been struggling to get goals in the back of the net. Testing Jakubik early, not a bad idea. Anything really on those corner kicks, Blues will take anything they can get.
Well, Martinez is on loan from San Jose, or excuse me, from Sporting Kansas City. 22-year-old from Montevideo, Uruguay. Had an uncle, Miguel Beltran, who played for Nacional, which is one of the 2 biggest clubs in Uruguay, alongside Peñarol. Both sides have won the Copa Libertadores, which is the equivalent in South America to the UEFA Champions League in Europe. Another goal kick for Aaron Perez as we have entered into the 17th minute of play here at UC Irvine. Mark Serber alongside Brad Paul on the Orange County Blues YouTube page via Liquid Event TV. Hope you're enjoying our coverage this afternoon as the Orange County Blues finishing the season with a 4-game homestand, and they need to win all 4 games, but it won't be easy as not only do they have to beat Sacramento, but then they have to beat playoff chasing Wilmington, and then their free-scoring Richmond Kickers, who are in second place at the moment, before finishing the season as they started against another team chasing a playoff place in the Oklahoma City Energy.
You know, everybody's been talking about this season, Orlando City going on to the MLS and how well they're doing, but Richmond just nipping right at their heels there. They're kind of going under the radar and have a great chance to win the USL Pro this season.
And Richmond now has 3 former Orange County Blue players on their team, as Matthew Hall just joined them yesterday before the roster freeze. So they now have Shea Spitz, George Davis IV, and Matthew Hall. Bartolome too strong for Martinez. Rodriguez with a quick touch. And Mirkovic gets it out wide to Daly. Garner chasing, but Guzman gets there first. And taken over by Russell, who was clipped. And Gonzalez coming over quickly to have a word with Guzman.
Now it seems like Sacramento, they're trying to push the ball forward and get it to their big guys up front. John and Braun hold the ball and play off of them. OC Blues, they're looking to attack on those through balls and diagonal balls over the top. We're going to see here as we enter the 19th minute which side can attack and keep up that work rate and get the first goal of the game.
This ball floated in. And that's not a bad ball. Somebody's got to run across the face of the keeper there.
As we saw, Rivera was the closest one.
Lack of urgency hurting the Blues. Can the Republic take advantage? Beautiful switch to the far side. Perfectly weighted ball from John. Kim wins it. However, too many white jerseys surrounding him. But Garcia's over, and he will just shepherd this ball out of bounds. Smartly giving it off to Turner, because Turner can get this ball past midfield if he so chooses. And there it is. Flicked on by Garner. Well, actually, Garner and Martinez have switched flanks, so it's flicked on by Martinez looking for Garner, but it's overtaken by the Republic. Bartolome. Now Franco steps up to him. Tenacious work in midfield by Kim. Good turn from Braun, and that should be a foul. Instead, it's just going to be a corner kick.
Interesting no call right there, but you got to like it when the ref's just going to let them play. Let the game dictate itself and not hold it up. That would have been a dangerous free kick in that position.
I'll check that. It's going to be a goal kick for Aaron Perez. The Blues should get players forward. They know what he's capable of. Russell, always the target man, was looking for Martinez. Alvarez got back well. Mirkovic sliding it inside. And Martinez trying to play it past Alvarez. And it's going to go out for a Republic throw-in. 20th minute mark as we remind you to visit the USL Pro fan page on Facebook at facebook.com/USL Pro. And that was better from the Blues. Martinez claimed he was held on the far side. Adrian Gonzalez not interested, but it will be a throw-in for the home side.
Got Coach Dariush Yazdani up off the bench wondering where the call was, and
well, he's actually going to get it.
That is correct.
Ball's on the ground. Rivera, silky touch to bring it down, but had it poked away. Guzman. Martinez wouldn't let him get the clearance away.
You know, he's got to wonder, Mark, about guys with those long hair and conditions like this. Just kind of want to go behind and clip his ponytail.
Russell
from the center of
Kim making his way in. Good challenge to dispossess him. And the Blues, Brad, doing a very good job to pressure high. What John Spencer told me is that if they give Rodrigo Lopez and the midfielders too much time on the ball, they're going to get killed. They need to physically outmatch them and overrun them in midfield, or else this will be Sacramento's match. And so far, the Blues have heeded their general manager's words.
Well, before that 1-7 streak that the Blues were on, they were on a 5-7 streak, and that was all because of their high defensive pressure, and it proved well. They seem to get away from that, and the results have not been going in their favor. So, as John Spencer was telling his team, looks like so far it's been working as we're still goalless in this first 22 minutes.
Also talked about getting the ball into vital areas, and they're doing exactly that as they have their third and now fourth quarter kick of the game, just 22 minutes in.
Taken by number 5, Eli Garner.
Garner looks like he's going to whip this one into the box. Sacramento was wise to the first short corner, not to the second one. Kim wants to have a go. Quickly blocked by Guzman, and the break could be on here. And Kim did well to win it back. Garner, little touch off for Kim. Looking inside for Rivera. Brings it down with another nifty touch. And Rivera trying to fight off his man. Sprays it out wide. Good run into the channel from Martinez. Guzman squares up to him. Good work from Martinez. And not a bad ball either, but the flag had gone up as the ball went over the end line. So it's going to be a goal kick for Dominik Jakubik, the 34-year-old who trained with the Blues back in 2012 but never signed a contract.
Bluesby seem to be doing a great job attacking on that far side, while Sacramento elects to go on the near side here in this first half. See if the teams can make some adjustments here and try to stop the other team from getting up on their side.
Well turned by Turner. Looking for Gardner. Another thing John Spencer said he wanted his side to do this afternoon was to have the wingers really push up and not allow the outside backs to get forward for Sacramento Republic. Are they doing a good job of that so far?
They are. There's only been that one run where we saw Sacramento break through, and was on a counterattack off a corner kick. So through the run of play, Blues are doing a great job holding their shape.
Well, they can't allow John to get the ball and turn like that. Tried to slip it in, and that was a vital challenge from Garcia. Look at the 18-year-old going in on number 18.
And that's that tenacity that Coach Dariush Yazdani and GM John Spencer were talking about. Love his work rate.
We mentioned it in pregame. Kim became the youngest ever scorer in Orange County Blues history at 18 years and 225 days when he scored the second goal in the 3-2 loss to Charleston on that last game of the 4-game road trip. No offside on a throw-in, so the flag stays down. Martinez is chasing. Out wide on the far side. And Garner was able to poke it away, but out of bounds. Past the midway point in this first half, still 0-0 between the Orange County Blues and Sacramento Republic. And Sacramento has had the better of the chances. Aaron Perez making 2 quick reaction saves.
Other than that, I would say the possession is pretty 50-50 there, Mark.
Kim wins it yet again, but Lopez gets it right back. Rodrigo Lopez, of course, with the then LA Blues last season, had 2 goals and 11 assists in 23 appearances. This is his 21st appearance for Sacramento Republic, and the first ever signing for the Republic. Has 7 goals and 7 assists this season. Smartly floated over for Bartolome, but he was unable to get to it. As the bounce deceived him. Thrown from Franco. This is Brenton Griffiths. Griffiths on loan from the Colorado Rapids. That ball was searching for Gardner. And this one beyond the run of John. And now it looks like John has gone higher up, and it's Braun who's playing behind him. But I guess with those 2 forwards one playing underneath the other, that position is interchangeable. Russell was crowded out by 3 white jerseys. Guzman, former All-American, gets it out wide. And here's a good run into the box from Braun. Was looking for John, but it's cleared away.
Braun on that right side there. If he would have sent that back to the top of the 18 instead of the 6, he had 2 white jerseys. Maybe an opportunity missed right there.
When we talked about the wingers getting high, you can take a look right now. Martinez and Garner almost playing like forwards alongside Alan Russell. Approaching the 27th minute. Kim. Martinez making the run, screaming for the ball. Kim decides to hold it. Possession first from the South Korean. Moses playing in that deep-lying playmaker position for Orange County today. As for the first time in a home match, no Stephen Okai for the Blues. The man who was the hero in the first meeting between these two sides with a 70th minute free kick to win the game for Orange County. Not even in the 18 today. Nice little touch from Martinez. Russell decided to turn and almost ran right into Guzman.
Good ball from Moses so far. I've liked his work rate.
Oh, and Martinez is alone if he can get there. Just a bit too tall for him. He was trying to line it up, and in the end, he's trying to be too perfect, Brad.
Ran out of real estate right there.
The USL Pro is on Twitter. Make sure to follow at USL Pro for all the latest updates. Kubek pushing his charges forward. Preki looks very relaxed on the bench on the far side. Turner. Cheaply given away to Guzman in midfield. Mirkovic. Serbian gives it off to Guzman. Nice ball into the pocket of space, and having a go was Max Alvarez, but the rookie couldn't get proper contact.
You know, with this game meaning so much for the OC Blues, it really means a lot also for Sacramento. Yes, if they win today, they can clinch a playoff spot, but you don't want your team to be in a lull going into the playoffs. So this is just as important for Sacramento. Even if they lose, it's not going to be well for their morale going forward.
Especially because they have a chance to leapfrog the LA Galaxy too and move into third place today. As the Blues are finding space, but just a bit off kilter on that pass. Otherwise, there would have been a chance for a ball into the box. So we're approaching the half-hour mark here at Anteater Stadium on the campus of UC Irvine. The Orange County Blues need 12 points from their final 4 games, and the good news is for them, all of them are right here on the campus of UC Irvine. Bad news is they have to deal with players like Justin Braun. And Griffiths wins the free kick. Martinez has switched flanks with Garner once again. Lovely turn from John. And Kim, a bit too overzealous as he went into that challenge.
That was a good tactical foul right there, stopping the break from Sacramento.
Braun gives it back to Mirkovic. Mirkovic will sit at home more as Rodrigo Lopez pushes forward. And if Mirkovic goes out wide, then Guzman comes into the center for him. This is Vukovic. Braun, second leading scorer all time in Chivas USA history, Braun. And Franco will go all the way back to Perez. And there's that magical foot of the former UCLA man who has come in re-signing mid-season with the club and has completely usurped Patrick McLean for that #1 jersey. Bartolome. Lopez. Oh, what a ball through. John's going to look to send this to the back post. And it was over the head of Braun. Oh, smartly left on but Russell a step too slow.
As you said, Perez coming in and taking over from McLean hasn't done a bad job. Already has a shutout to his name and trying to keep that goals against average as low as possible, making very crucial saves for the OC Blues, but he just needs to get that offensive attack as the Blues have been struggling to find the back of the net.
John went in for a cross on that one. Do you think he should have hit it?
With the way he's playing, he probably should have taken a strike at goal, but his unselfishness was good for the OC Blues.
Well, Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow @Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. Sorry to be a little late on that one, but we had some important things to talk about as to whether or not John should shoot it. John should certainly shoot here, and that's a crucial intervention from Franco. Moses over in cover, and he wins a throw-in. Rodrigo Lopez playing after missing the Oklahoma City game with an injury to his right hamstring. It's good to see Rodrigo Lopez back. Not if you're a Blues player, but for the neutral, he's certainly one that you want to watch, Rodrigo Lopez. So dangerous in so many ways. And this is Turner getting forward. Over the top for Garner, and the flag goes up. Won't matter, though, as it goes all the way through to Jakubek. So the center referee waves play on, and Sacramento surge forward. And this time it's the Blues who hold a good line. And the referee's assistant on the far side, Omar Meza, has his flag raised.
Well, if the Blues can find Garner on that far side, he's really getting behind those defenders. They just got to time up those passes a little bit better, and that's going to cause great chances for Rivera and Russell in the box. And we've also seen Martinez getting up high as well, playing on that right side very high, almost like a three-man front.
Here's Perez to take this free kick, and he floats it in, but Jakubek was way off his line, and with Perez's boot, he might have thought about shooting that.
Would have loved to have seen that, but it was smart to just play it, try to put it on the head of Russell.
Oh, it's a 2-on-1. Griffiths is trying to get back. Garcia is trying to get back as well. Sent to the far post. Lopez touched in by Braun, but the offside flag is up, and it will not count.
Rodrigo Lopez did a great job to be able to get to that ball, but his angle put it through Perez's legs. As we see here, 3-on-2, just doing everything he can. And with that deflection off Perez, Braun is in an offside position. If that ball went in the back of the net, it's a goal. Since it hit Braun, offsides, Blues escaped that one.
And that's one where with Griffith running straight to the goal line, Braun can step back. If Rodrigo Lopez sees that and plays the ball back to him on the penalty spot, he'll have a wide open net to shoot at, and the offside flag would have stayed down. Well, the first real talking point of this first half, and the Blues are lucky that it's still 0-0 between the two sides in the 35th minute. Bartolome, he's given time to get the ball, look up, and pick his option. So is Mirkovic. Guzman, this time quickly closed down by Kim and has a little touch off for Mirkovic. Helped on out wide. Alvarez looking inside for Jean. Oh, and a foul on the far side. Bit of fisticuffs between, I believe, John on the far side and Jimmy Turner.
And they're going to walk away from that one, and those two, you better believe, will remember that when it comes to another 50-50 ball.
Cooler heads will prevail. And all 2014 USL Pro matches will be broadcast live for free on the home team's YouTube channel. All OC Blue FC home matches will be broadcast at youtube.com/OC Blues FC. So a reminder to hit subscribe to them and to Sacramento's YouTube page, as they not only play their games but do a ton of tremendous work. Some excellent videos on Sacramento Republic's YouTube page, as well as on Orange County's. Jake Shorts and Hersey Nadell Sid do a great job of providing content for us. Braun Has two players streaking forward, leaves it off. The offside flag stays down this time, and Perez came out and made himself as big as possible. Guzman with acres of space. Lopez given too much time on the ball, and a strong hand from Aaron Perez. Had to be agile there when it was able to punch it clear.
4 good saves by Perez that I can recall in this first half, Mark, that is keeping this game at a deadlock right here. As we see, Braun brings it on the right side. Perez comes up big. Sacramento keeps possession, finds Rodrigo Lopez in the middle, takes one touch to his right, unloads a great shot, but Perez with a diving left hand keeps it out, and it's going to be a corner kick for Sacramento.
This will be an in-swinger on the far side. On a free header, Perez got up and made the save. And just too many blue jerseys not allowing that ball. Oh, what a strike! Forget everything I just said, as that just happened. And it's Vukovic, the center back, scoring his first goal of the season, and what a way to get it. And I think it's his dad's birthday.
Happy birthday, Daddy loves you.
Oh, so maybe his son. Nevertheless, it's going to be a goal for Vukovic and a yellow card for taking off his shirt. As FIFA has not only banned taking off the shirt, but also writing messages. However, USL Pro, not under the FIFA umbrella. But I'm sure he won't mind. That is a message he wanted to give. And
from the great save from Perez and the great block on the line, ball just stays up and a wonder strike.
And it all started because it was a poor header right back into the center. Had that ball been headed out wide, Brad, there never would have been more danger on for the Blues to have to deal with. And Sacramento, in the 39th minute, have their noses in front.
Well, they always teach you at that young age, never clear the ball to the middle. And right there, we just saw what happens.
So the Blues have to play from behind once again, looking for an instant response, and it's cleared away. Martinez trying to spin away from Bartolome. Bartolome too strong for him. And which way is this going to go? Could go either way. Brad, what are your thoughts?
50-50 challenge right there. Players working hard. Definitely not happy here for Martinez.
Adrian Gonzalez trying to get him to calm down, but Martinez has seemed to have a running dialogue with the referee and his assistants throughout this first half. In the end, it's just the throw for Bartolome, who did an excellent job of ushering that ball out of bounds. And never mind the throw, and now he's telling him to put it on the ground. When it's 50-50 like that, Brad, you think they would just give him the throw-in?
Referee's discretion right there, and elects for the free kick.
Jakubek. Floated forward. Franco tried to find Seth Moses with the header. That's a smarter header from Garcia. Turning in midfield is Seth Moses. 20-year-old who joined from the Baltimore Bohemians in the Premier Development League. Already has European experience in the lower divisions in Switzerland and Austria. Alvarez is drifted into the center. Braun's coming back very deep to try and receive that ball. Now he moves forward even with John up top. Mirkovic. Mirkovic making his 17th appearance. Missed 3 games through suspension earlier in the season, and then had another suspension, missing the 5-0 drubbing against Pittsburgh for an accumulation of yellow cards. Preki saying that Mirkovic plays with his heart on his sleeves, and he's trying to work with him to make sure that he plays right on the edge instead of going over it. He's certainly done a good job of doing that today, Ivan Mirkovic.
looks like a card's going to be coming out here.
And it's going to go to Martinez, and that's just for running his mouth and nothing else.
In the 42nd minute right there, he's going to have to be careful the rest of the match, as the Blues cannot afford to be a man down.
Sent in by Brenton Griffiths. Well, Garner went up and took a nasty spill. 2-on-5 going the other way. Off Kim last. Be a throw-in for Sacramento Republic as we're inside the final 3 minutes and 10 seconds of this first half normal time. Can't imagine too much stoppage time will be added on. I mean, how many times, Brad, do you see your team get a foul and yet you get a yellow card?
Well, Martinez has been unhappy with the way some of the calls have been and some of the knocks he's been receiving, and he's going to let the other team know he's not happy, and the ref's not going to have any of that.
The pace of this game is slowing down just a bit after Vukovic hammered in the ball for the 1-0 lead in the 38th minute. As you can take a look at the fouls, 6 against Sacramento and 3 against the Orange County Blues, but it's always going to be a slugfest when these two teams meet. Every game has only been decided by 1 goal. And most of them late winners as well.
Perez doing all he could to clear that one out.
Brad, does it look to you like after that goal from Vukovic, an absolute beauty, that the Blues have lost a little bit of confidence going forward?
Well, we saw them going in on those 50-50 balls and coming out victorious on a lot of those, but now things just seem to be going Sacramento's way on those 50-50 balls, and they're trying to slow down the pace and gain possession, but here they go on the attack.
Bartolome into the channel for Rodrigo Lopez, and it hit off his hand, so it'll be a free kick for the Blues as we're inside the final minute and a half of first half normal time. Sacramento with a 1-0 lead off of a ferocious volley from Nemanja Neko Vukovic, his first goal of the season, and he struck it with real style.
And luckily for the Blues to get there, that one off the hand of Lopez, because he had that perfect angle to lay that ball across the face of goal, and Perez would have left a wide open net right there.
Good look at the Tower Bridge Battalion, who've made their way down the 5 for this game, as there will be 1 minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Can the Blues nick one and go into the locker room tied at 1? Mirkovic, time to pick out a pass. Braun coming very deep into the midfield to get the ball, and he's dispossessed by Martinez. Rivera. Kim did a good job to win that one. Can Garner catch up to it? No, he can't. Thrown for the Republic. Inside the final 30 seconds of first half normal time. Vukovic with a volley to give Sacramento Republic a 1-0 lead in the 38th minute after the Blues failed to clear their lines. And it was really harsh on Aaron Perez, who had made a string of amazing saves, not only off that corner kick, but before it as well. And it's been all Sacramento in this second part of the first half, not only possession-wise, but in terms of creating chances, as we are now into first half stoppage time. A win for Sacramento, and they'd go through to the playoffs, as that ball was shanked by Guzman. Not a bad idea. The ball was bouncing, set up nicely for him, but he just couldn't get any purchase on that shot.
I have to go back to the hair. It had to distract him in this hot weather.
Didn't seem to distract him in the 93rd minute up in Sacramento when he smacked that ball from the top of the box through a plethora of Blues players and into the net for that 2-1 win, as the Blues are trying to not fall to their 8th defeat in 9 games. And if this man sees a lot of the ball, then it will be a very tough task for the Blues. Can either side fashion one more chance before Adrian Gonzalez blows his whistle for halftime?
And there's a look at the whistle right there.
Well, there's the answer to my question. 1-0 at halftime on a stunning strike from Nemanja Vukovic, his first of the season, 7 minutes before the whistle. But Brad, the Blues started having the better of the play, but haven't been able to create chances, haven't been able to find that invention around the box.
Well, they're trying to send Garner up that far flank and get those through balls, but what's going on is they're losing the ball in midfield with Moses and Rivera. Every time they touch the ball, there's about 3 white jerseys around them. They need to be able to control the midfield better, and that will allow them to play those diagonal through balls. They can control possession there with Kim as well. They'll be able to play better and hopefully get some shots on goal here as they trail 1-0 at the half.
What are the Blues? If you're Dariush Yazdani, what are you saying to them right now?
You have to keep up your intensity and your work rate. Yes, this weather is playing a factor, but your season depends on it. You can't lose. This is your season right here. So he has to have those players control that midfield better, and they will be able to create better opportunities and better chances.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned the weather, Brad, because some of the players and the general manager have taken on the ALS challenge to raise awareness for Lou Gehrig's disease. Let's take a look.
I want to thank my boy Stephen Legg, my guy Stefan Domina. Can you wait a second? My guy Stephen Domina and my dude Ian Stowe for nominating me for the Ice Bucket ALS Challenge. And I want to nominate my mother and father, Hal Hoxie and Kathy Hoxie. You have 48 hours to complete the challenge. Oh gosh. Woo! That's cold. Good. Thank you, Joe Sophia, for nominating me for the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. I want to nominate Ali Mansuri, Alan Russell, and Jason Corbally of the Sacramento Republic. That is freezing cold. You have 24 hours to complete the challenge.
Well, I think one way to get into hot water with the owner, Brad, is to challenge him to anything, let alone getting a bucket of ice water poured over his head. One player who's done well in this first half is Erlisa Garcia. He's re-signed for his 4th stint with the club, but he's had an incredible journey from Havana, Cuba to LA. Let's find out how we got here.
Erlis, cuéntame cómo ha sido tu regreso a los Blues.
Estoy muy contento por haber regresado. Creo que le puedo introducir al equipo más experiencia, mejor forma de juego y creo que muy contento por el trato que me han dado.
Y estuviste con el equipo el año pasado. ¿Qué es la diferencia de regresar con un nuevo equipo, con nuevos jugadores?
Bueno, creo que el equipo hizo un buen cambio. Creo que aquí tiene más seguidores, más afición, las cosas están mejor preparadas, mejor coordinadas. Creo que ha sido buena inversión haberse cambiado de condado.
¿Y a los cuántos años comenzaste a jugar fútbol?
Empecé a los 10 años en un pueblito por allá por Cuba, se llamaba Arroyo Naranjo.
¿Y a los cuántos años te viniste a los Estados Unidos?
Me vine a los Estados Unidos con 22 años, llegué a este país.
Y cuéntanos esa historia, una historia que todos lo sabemos, salió en las noticias. Cuéntanos qué pasó y con qué equipo estabas jugando.
Bueno, como casi todos saben, salí después de que terminó el juego Cuba-Estados Unidos. Fue una decisión mía propia. Creí que debería quedarme aquí y eso fue lo que hice. Y por el fútbol, a los primeros años pasé un poco de trabajo, pero gracias a LA Blues me abrió las puertas y ya llevo 4 años en este equipo y ojalá que vengan más.
¿Y qué año fue ese que tú tomaste esta decisión de quedarte en los Estados Unidos?
Yo decidí quedarme en Estados Unidos en el 2008. 2008, después la eliminatoria para la Olimpiada.
Y esa es una experiencia que muchos latinos tenemos que venimos a los Estados Unidos. Cuéntanos lo difícil que fue tener tu familia en Cuba.
Fue difícil porque mi familia, yo tengo familia, tengo mi mujer y mi hija, aparte de mi mamá, mi papá. Pero fue difícil porque mi hija tenía 2 meses de nacida. Cuando decidí quedarme, decidí darle este paso. Pero a la vez me siento orgulloso porque al cabo de 3 años los pude volver a reunificar y gracias a Dios hoy por hoy estoy haciendo lo que me gusta, que es jugar fútbol, y tengo mi familia al lado mío. Me siento bien contento por haber dado este paso.
¿Y cuál fue tu primera oportunidad aquí en los Estados Unidos con el fútbol?
Aquí estuve jugando PDL, fui a Puerto Rico a jugar en una liga y luego de haber pasado por varios estados, creo que me adapté bien aquí a California y aquí, como te digo, me abrieron las puertas.
¿Y te acuerdas de tu primer juego con los Blues?
Mi primer juego con los Blues fue en Puerto Rico.
¿Y qué posición jugaste ese día?
Yo jugué defensa central por derecha.
¿Y cuál es tu meta ahora que estás con los Orange County Blues?
En 4 años lo hemos logrado 2 veces y en las 2 veces que lo hemos logrado nos hemos quedado en la primera ronda. Mi meta es pasar y añorar y seguir añorando por el triunfo, ser campeón de la USA. A mí sería lo mejor que me puede pasar.
Y hablando de 4 años, ¿disfrutaste mucho el Mundial?
Sí, lo disfruté, me gustó, aunque el equipo, mi equipo favorito le fue mal, pero sí lo disfruté bastante.
¿Y cuál era ese equipo?
Mi equipo favorito es Brasil, siempre le he ido a Brasil de chico, de allá de Cuba.
¿Por qué?
Porque ahí creo que hay talento, creo que hay jugadores que nacen para el fútbol y me gusta todo lo que hace el equipo de Brasil, los jugadores de Brasil, todos, el nivel general, me gusta bastante.
¿Y quién es tu jugador favorito?
Mi jugador favorito de todos los tiempos ha sido Ronaldo de Lima, siempre ha sido mi jugador favorito.
El mero Ronaldo.
Mero Ronaldo.
¿Y por qué? ¿Qué te gusta de su juego?
Todo, su habilidad, su técnica, su rapidez, todo. Para mí se me hace un jugador completo.
Y hablando de favoritos, ¿cuál es tu club favorito del mundo?
Real Madrid.
¿Real Madrid? ¿Y por qué?
Es el equipo que en Cuba tuve la oportunidad de ver por primera vez y veía los clásicos entre Real Madrid y Barcelona, eran los que más se ponían en Cuba. De esos 2 equipos me tocó decidirme por el Madrid porque había mucho talento, mucha calidad y muy buenos jugadores.
Y cuéntanos, que sé que en Cuba el béisbol es el deporte favorito del país. ¿Cómo fue que seguiste al fútbol?
Fue una experiencia muy, se puede decir, una decisión mía porque, como dije, mi pueblo es de puro futbolista. Aunque en Cuba lo que el mayor deporte es béisbol, en el pueblo mío se juega mucho fútbol y de ahí salió todo. Nosotros jugábamos cascarita casi todos los días y por ahí me fui inclinando hasta que llegué al equipo nacional y por ahí formé una carrera y hasta llegar aquí, a los Estados Unidos.
Y para los muchachos que están viendo con sueños de ser futbolistas, cuenta cómo fue esa experiencia de llegar a jugar al Nacional.
Bueno, fue un proceso muy largo, sacrificio, alejado de mi familia. Nos tenían 2 meses, 3 meses a veces reunidos sin poder ver a la familia y trabajando duro. Fue un proceso largo, pero yo creo que me forjó mucho como futbolista, como persona, como amigo. Me preparó para la vida y creo que fue muy buena la experiencia que viví en Cuba. a pesar de la situación que tiene Cuba. Pero sí fue muy linda la experiencia que tuve.
Creo que los que miramos el fútbol solo miramos lo bonito, los juegos, pero la vida de un futbolista es difícil.
Sí, es difícil porque la vida de un futbolista equivale a mucho, derivan muchas cosas sobre la vida de futbolista. Tienes que cuidarte mucho, tienes que comer bien, tienes que alimentarte bien, tienes que hidratarte bien para que en el entrenamiento puedas dar lo mejor de ti. Y eso lleva un sacrificio, por eso hay que cuidarse, hay que no trasnochar, no hacer malas cosas, no andar en malos hábitos, porque eso se refleja en la cancha. Y si tienes un partido malo o no te están saliendo las cosas mal, tienes que mirar qué es lo que estás haciendo en tu vida personal que te está haciendo ver mal en el terreno, creo yo.
¿Y cómo afecta ser futbolista con tus relaciones personales?
Bueno, yo vivo rodeado de fútbol y todo el fútbol. A veces mi mujer me dice que le dedique un poquito más de tiempo a ella, pero a mí me gusta el fútbol, yo amo el fútbol.
¿Y tienes un equipo favorito de la MLS?
De la MLS, tengo favoritos. Para mí el Galaxy es mi equipo porque represento a esta ciudad, pero también me inclino por el Seattle Sounders, ya que ahí hay uno de nuestro país y es figura en ese equipo y quisiera que le fuera bien a él también y que lograra su sueño, que es levantarle una copa de la MLS.
¿Les quieres decir algo a los fans que están viendo?
Nada, que sigan al equipo, que no se preocupen, porque si el equipo le va mal, el equipo quiere tener una buena afición, quiere tener un buen respaldo público y que lo sigan y que nos den ánimo partido tras partido, que nosotros vamos a ir mejorando y las cosas se van a ir dando. Que vayan a los estadios y nos apoyen bastante.
Muchas gracias, Erlis, y buena suerte en tu carrera futbolística.
At Sport Clips, we are constantly looking for ways to bring the game to you. That includes our relaxing shampoo.
Are you ready for your rinse?
Maybe we should leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
Welcome back to Anteater Stadium. Justin Maesta's back again with Brad Paul. And it's a 1-0 lead here for Sacramento Republic as both teams are starting to make their way back on the field. We're coming close to halftime. But first, let's recap what happened in the first half. It was a relatively quiet, I'd say, first 30 minutes until Sacramento pretty pumped it up in the last 15.
Well, they got that opportunity off the corner kick. Blues failed to clear the ball outside the middle, and Vucevic unleashed a cannon from just inside the top of the box.
Yeah, and I think everyone in the crowd and up here in the broadcast booth maybe thought Perez was going to keep every single shot that was going his way out of the net, but Vucevic just blasting one right past him.
After 4 great saves in the first half, can only do so much, and Sacramento finally broke the deadlock.
Yeah, not much going for the Blues offensively, but we'll see how it goes when they switch fields. I'd say the only thing I have marked down for the Blues is a Martinez shot off one of those short corners. But let's talk about those short corners that the Blues had. They've had 3 corner kicks, and pretty much all 3 have been short. What do you think about that?
They did have that one good opportunity where Martinez tried to make something out of nothing on the line there, but here in the second half, they might just have to elect to play it in the box and create havoc for Jakubic, as he has not really been tested at all today.
And both teams setting up as we're about to begin the second half, excuse me. 6 shots to 1 here for the Sacramento Republic. They've been doing well offensively. And actually, interesting fact, this game's not over by a long shot. Actually, Sacramento have scored in every single time they have faced first. And even that 2-1 victory for the Blues here in Orange County. And so I'm going to let it off to Mark Scherber with his call for the second half.
Thank you, Justin Maestas. Excellent work as always. And Brad, the Blues trying to avoid being shut out for a 9th time this season. And of course, it means more than just that. They need these 3 points tonight, or they could very well be out of the playoffs with 3 games remaining.
You want to control your destiny going into the final 4 games of the season. They do not want to rely on getting results from other teams. So very crucial for the Blues here to try and get this victory and put at least 2 goals in while keeping Sacramento held to just 1.
One substitution to tell you about at halftime is Dersu Abafati has come in for Cesar Rivera. I'm also seeing Suggs in. I think he's replaced Jimmy Turner. So we have 2 substitutions to tell you about. One that we had confirmed and a second that I just spotted. Suggs sporting a new haircut, shaved head.
Beat me to it. I was just going to say it.
So I was going to ask you if you think Dariusz Yazdani needs to make any changes. Well, he's answered for us. The question is, will we see Gabriel Gonzalez in the second half?
Well, the midfield has been not a bright spot for the OC Blues as they've been losing the ball in the midfield. So we'll see if he wants to control that midfield and bring Gonzalez in. But with 3 subs remaining and right now the score being 1-0, it's yet to see what he's going to do.
Russell has been rather isolated tonight, but that's a good flick out wide. And once again, just white jerseys converging and policing the Orange County Blues, not really letting them have any time to settle. In for Russell. Russell trying to turn Daly. Daly brings him down in the box, and the Blues have a chance to equalize from the spot.
That was just a non-committal foul right there, just swiping his leg, brings down Russell. Great opportunity for the OC Blues. Preki cannot be happy on the bench there, shaking his head as his defender just goes ahead and kicks Russell with no purpose or anything.
Russell has only missed 1 penalty this season, has scored a few, looking for his 8th goal of the year.
Great opportunity for the Blues as we're here in the 2nd minute of the second half.
We just said that Russell had been isolated. Always, if Russell sees a lot of the ball, the Blues are going to have success. And they've shown that here inside the first 2 minutes of this second half. Russell, of course, still has to convert. Jakubic fills out a lot of this goal.
And we see here the great angle from behind goal. Jakubic just pacing back and forth, trying to get into Russell's head, but
it's Russell versus Jakubic, and Russell wins. Jakubic guessed right, but the shot was placed with just too much accuracy and too much power, and the Orange County Blues have a breeze in their sails once again.
Just exactly what the OC Blues needed to start this second half. Russell in the 48th minute. Penalty kick goal as we see Jakubic. He guesses right. May have got a fingertip to it. Russell with too much pace on that one. Evens it up. 1-1.
Cue the Allen Russell, he's our muscle chant from the Orange County Blues fans. The veteran has done it again. His 8th goal of the season to lead the Blues.
And that goal right there has got a fury of Sacramento Republic players up off the bench stretching. Only be a matter of time before Preki makes a move here.
And Griffiths put his goalkeeper in a very awkward situation there.
Perez almost put that on University Drive right there.
Well, he just had to send that one to safety as Braun was chasing him down. Didn't really think Griffiths had the angle to play it there. Franco, the 217s fighting on the far side. And Braun shields it out for a corner kick. 3rd corner kick of the game for Sacramento as they look for an instant reply following that penalty kick goal by Alan Russell.
Braun and Jan standing up on those posts.
Heavy artillery is up from the back in the form of Daly, and this time Perez punches with authority. Guzman unable to get around Garner on this near side.
Good job by Garner to shield that one out and get a throw here for Suggs. And Perez did a great job to punch that clear as well, getting it out of the danger area.
Well, Justin Maestas was right. The Blues have come back every time as Sacramento has scored first in each of these games. The goals, not counting the break for halftime, 10 minutes apart. As Vukovic opened the scoring. Oh, and a chance for Alvarez here. And flashes it wide. But Perez had cement shoes.
Perez yelling at his defense. I believe he had every right. You cannot let a guy 25 yards out have an open crack like that. There needs to be a blue shirt on him every single time. Alvarez just sends that one wide.
Well, in the 2 games in Sacramento, the Republic recovered to win. And in the 1 game here back on April 12th, the Blues were able to get a 2nd goal and take all 3 points. Kim. Out wide. Martinez. Rather flicked up in the air by Kim, but neatly brought down. Suggs was late in arriving. And Garcia turns it away from Braun. Poorly given away by Alvarez in midfield. And the flag is up against Russell.
Well, some heavy touches from the Blues there. Able to keep the ball, send it across. Suggs a little late there getting to it, but good start to the second half here from the Blues.
(1-1) in the 52nd minute. Vukovic opened the scoring in a goal worthy of opening the scoring in any game. But Alan Russell just 2 minutes in, officially the 48th minute, with a penalty kick to make it 1-1 between the two sides. As Braun, who suffered with some injuries this season, looks to be laboring here. But he should carry on as he walks it off.
Braun out there, target you can't miss. He's tall, he's got highlighter shoes. They're going to be looking for him in the box.
That ball lacking the necessary trajectory from Rodrigo Lopez, but that's exactly how Sacramento scored their first goal here back on April 12th, from that position as the ball was sent in from Rodrigo Lopez to Mickey Daly for a header. Kilmenta. Kim looking for the flick on. Moses doing well in that holding position in midfield. Kim playing in front of him. Guzman wins the free kick, much to the dismay of the Orange County Blues fans.
Sacramento trying to respond after giving up that penalty kick right here. Got a position here where they could send in a dangerous ball. Perez has been on every single one here tonight.
It's Alvarez who's standing over this one. Floats it in. Oh, it finds its way through, and it's Daly once again. 2-1 Sacramento. And for the second time in as many games, Alvarez has sent in a free kick, and a Sacramento player gets on the end of it. This time, it's Mickey Daly for his second goal here at UC Irvine.
Just before the kick, what we said, ball in a dangerous position to send it into the box. A low bouncing one, could not clear it out, as we see 3 or 4 blue shirts around it, but only the white one reacts. Nothing Perez could do about that one. Gotta clear the ball right there. Do whatever it takes. Thigh, head, chest. Just could not put a body part to that one. Mickey Daly, 54th minute goal here, gives Sacramento a 2-1 lead. And there is that substitution you were talking about, as Cortez is going to come in now for Garner.
Do you think Dariush Yazdani is going to go to a traditional 4-4-2 and have Cortez play alongside Russell?
It would be advisable to put as many weapons as you can up front, and maybe even a 4-3-3 here, as this really is your season right now at the moment.
That was Daly's 3rd goal of the season, his 2nd here on the campus of UC Irvine. Just moments before, we had talked about how he scored the opening goal between these two teams back on April 12th off of a free kick, and this time he did it with his foot instead of his head. But like you said, Brad, it was cheaply conceded by the Orange County Blues. Need to be stronger in their defensive end. Can the Blues do it once again, come from behind, get themselves back into this game? Kilmenta looking to join the party. Good ball to the back post. Flag stays down, played back across. And the Sacramento Republic have scored their 2nd goal in 3 minutes.
And that was a beautiful goal. Trying to switch that ball the whole time to Kilmenta. Finally get it over on this near side. Sends in a crossing ball, only to white shirts here. And beautifully headed back into the middle. John adding to his goal-scoring total this season, gives Sacramento a 2-goal lead now.
John with his 3rd goal in 4 games, and they won't come any easier than that. As you take a look at that replay, and Griffiths, really no urgency in getting back there.
It was not a good opportunity. Kilmenta all open on this near side. They tried to switch it to him earlier, didn't finally get it to him, and look at the opportunity it creates.
And Kilmenta didn't really get forward at all in the first half. First time he ventures in the second, and he comes up with an assist.
And you were wondering about Gabriel Gonzalez, and here he is right here in the 57th minute, as now the OC Blues have a 2-goal deficit to overcome.
Well, it's a forward third defender. Very offensive substitution from Dariush Yazdani, but desperate times call for desperate measures, as Alan Russell has gone back into the midfield. Well, Gonzalez will go up top with Cortez, and the flag is up. Gonzalez and Cortez combine well together, but this time Gonzalez had straight offside.
This was not what Dariush Yazdani was hoping for in the second half. He got the start he needed, tying the game 1-1 in the 48th minute, but just like that, 2 minutes apart, Sacramento Republic puts 2 goals in the back of the net behind Perez.
Well, so much for this game ending in 2-1.
Immediately broke that streak and the possibility of a visiting team winning in this series. As the previous 3 matchups been the home team winning by a score of 2-1.
And it's worth reiterating, with teams around the Blues in the standings having played fewer games, this loss could really knock the Blues out of the playoffs. As that's a good ball, played inside, And that touch just a bit too heavy from Cortez. Back across, Kim. Oh, just behind him. And Alvarez beats him to the ball. Kim was snapping at his heels. A bit too much for the referee's liking, and it's a free kick for Sacramento. Get out of jail free card for the Republic, who have a 3-1 lead in the 59th minute. And it's worth reiterating that if Sacramento win this afternoon, they will not only clinch a spot in the USL Pro playoffs, but they will also have the most away wins of any team this season.
Well, this Sacramento Republic team is a lot different from what we saw at the beginning of the season when they lost here 2-1. They've become a team to be reckoned with in this league. But as we see, Chris Cortez, the substitute here in the second half, already making his presence known. Let's see if Gabriel Gonzalez can match up with him.
Suggs gets a handball off his former teammate, Rodrigo Lopez.
Russell comes over. He looks like he's going to play this one in the box as Suggs almost played that one right at his feet and just pick up and play with it, but going to elect to do a set piece here.
And Russell to send this one into the mix. That's a good ball clipped in. Jakubik is out and punches away. Sent back in. Cortez with the snap header. Right into the midriff of Jakubik.
I think Cortez just did anything he could to get a body on it because he thought maybe he was in an offsides position, but he had some time there.
Not bad vision from Rodrigo Lopez, but that ball too close to Moses.
Saturday, August 23rd, when we take on the Wilmington Hammerheads.
Garcia, little touch on for Russell. Turns away from Braun and pushes it out wide. Moses trying to weave his way through traffic once again. He's gotten himself into trouble a couple times. Works out for him on this occasion. Kilmenta rather popped it up. Cortez won the first ball, but not the second. Gonzalez chips it through for Cortez. Jakubik came out, made himself as big as possible.
And ends up with a ball right between his legs. He'll be happy about that one. Gabriel Gonzalez might have been able to play that one outside and send that cross in. But a shot on goal is better than no shot at all. So OC Blues definitely responding to being down 2 goals here now.
Excellent job by Jakubek reading the game.
And that's going to be it for the captain, Braun, for Sacramento Republic here.
And Justin Braun making the walkover.
There it is, as we talked about in the pregame there, Mark. Stewart's going to be coming in right now for Braun. Try to be that super sub here.
Well, Stewart, 7 goals on the season for the former Patrick Thistleman. And some of them have been beauties. A couple of them, including one in the Chivas USA game, chip over the goalkeepers. Very delicate, very deft. But he can score in many different ways. So Braun's night is done. And making his presence in this afternoon's match is Thomas Stewart, 27-year-old from Northern Ireland. Anywhere will do. So we are past the half-hour mark here at Anteater Stadium. The Blues started the half brightly, equalizing through an Alan Russell penalty kick in the 48th minute. But then 2 goals in 2 minutes for Sacramento Republic have restored their lead at 3-1. The first one, Alvarez played in a free kick for Daly, and then Kilmenta got forward and played the ball to the back post for a wide-open John to tap home his 6th goal of the season. Kim, nice little feint to get by Guzman, but he couldn't get past Kilmenta. And that was a bit of a cynical bump from Chris Cortez. Adrian Gonzalez spotted that one.
Good little fury of action right here on the near side. But anything that will slow this game down, Sacramento will gladly take. They have that 2-goal lead here and currently sitting on clinching a playoff berth.
Daly, as it stands, has the game-winning goal. And you know it's not a good day defensively, Brad, when 2 of the 3 goals have come from center backs.
Letdowns in marking up. When a guy comes in, defense needs to talk. Who is going to be taking this man? Especially on that free kick. Has to be a jersey on every single guy.
One of the keys to the games was not allowing Sacramento to get free kicks because the likes of Rodrigo Lopez and Max Alvarez are so adept at whipping those balls in. And here is Lopez, now wearing the captain's armband. Gets it off to Kilmenta, and that's really a defender's finish, isn't it?
I think he was actually trying to cross that ball, so goes to show you.
Sacramento still leading in the foul category, 9-6. But they lead where it matters most, 3-1 in the 65th minute here on the campus of UC Irvine. Anteater Stadium has not been kind to the Blues this season. Cortez, can he change that? It would have been something spectacular. Why not have a go there? Just unable to keep his effort down.
Trying to get that dipping ball over Jakubek, who was out of his goal.
Such a gorgeous setting here at Anteater Stadium, but if you're a Blues fan, you're unable to enjoy it. If you're up in the Capitol, you're probably having a jolly good time.
For them, a way to cap off their weekend with maybe a Sacramento victory, but Blues aren't out of it yet. Still a lot of soccer left here.
However, they're on the defense again, 3-on-3. Suggs intervenes. Gonzalez, Kim getting forward. Falls kindly for him. Squares up to Kilmenta. Cortez overlaps him. Kim, that's a great cross. And Sacramento got up first. Moses. Not the best ball from Griffiths, but Garcia's there to mop up.
Moses has been working hard all day just to keep possession, looking for guys to check to the ball for him. Moses working hard tonight.
Lopez gives it right to his former teammate, Russell. A foot race. Griffiths wanted Perez to come out, and he came late, but he gets there first. Need better talk between the center back and his goalkeeper.
Well, when you're down on the score, things seem to not go right for you, and that's a one right there, the lack of communication between Griffiths and Perez.
Kim, 18-year-old's probably been one of the best players on the field for the Blues today.
Oh, he's really been a bright spot for the Blues here. Just a youngster, so bright future ahead for him.
Not sure what Garcia was trying to do there. He had Suggs at his feet. Ability to turn for Stewart. Stewart gets away from Russell. Helps it on to Alvarez, continued his run. Works his way into the box. Oh, that is surely the knockout blow as Stewart out of nowhere fires in his 8th goal of the season and the 4th on the day for Sacramento Republic.
Super sub it is, Mark. Thomas Stewart with an impossible angle. Perez did not think he was going to take a shot on that one. What does he have to lose? Absolutely nothing. Sacramento can punch its ticket to the playoffs as we see Stewart plays a great give and go with Alvarez on his left foot. No angle, so it seems.
The element of surprise deceiving Aaron Perez and struck with some power as well. an absolute cannon from Thomas Stewart.
And that's why he's the leading goal scorer for Sacramento Republic, and a big key as to why they have just clinched a playoff berth.
Still about 22 minutes left plus change here at the campus of UC Irvine. Stranger things have happened, Brad, but this one's been all Sacramento.
OC Blues here are going to try and do their best to keep this manageable. If they can come out with a point in this one, it would be a miracle. Just don't see letdowns like that happen so much in soccer, but stranger things have happened. It's going to be a matter of what can the Blues do in their next match, as they're going to need to find ways to put more goals in the back of the net, as the goal tonight was on a penalty kick and not from the run of open play.
Speaking of the next match, for both teams, it'll be against Wilmington, as the Hammerheads first travel to the Capitol to face off against Sacramento on Wednesday night. And then they'll make their way down the 5 for a Saturday matchup against the Orange County Blues, and that match will be right here on the Orange County Blues YouTube page. Coverage begins at 6:45. And of course, we talk about that next match, and it's going to be on YouTube, as all 2014 USL Pro matches are broadcast live for free on the home team's YouTube channel. All Orange County Blues FC home matches will be broadcast at youtube.com/OC Blues FC. And it's Mark Serber alongside Brad Paul in the 70th minute. Hope you're enjoying our coverage via Liquid Event TV, as Steve Ridlin and his crew do an excellent job providing the pictures for you today.
It appears the yellow card just was handed out to Stewart right there.
I think, Stewart was jawing a little bit with the Blues player, and the referee went up to him and said, "Stewart, what are you doing here?" If you don't watch Saturday Night Live, you have no idea what I'm talking about, so we'll just let that one go, as it's going to be a substitution for Sacramento Republic. And Preki can do whatever he wants here. He can get some players minutes, or he can rest his top players as well. A double substitution for the two-time MLS champion and MVP, as Alvarez will leave us, but not before making his stamp on the match with an assist. And Ivan Mirkovic's night is done. He's done a great job as that shield in front of his back four, Mirkovic. But coming on for him is Carlos Martinez, the 22-year-old from nearby San Pedro, California, who joined from the Energy Cottbus reserves over in Germany. Energy Cottbus's first team plays in the Bundesliga too. Towering header from Griffiths. And he gets it right back. Suggs in the 72nd minute. Blues trailing by 3. Abu Fati. First touch, so important. And Moses did well. Otherwise, he would have already lost the ball. Being hounded here, Moses. But he's able to keep it. USL Pro on Twitter. Make sure to follow at USL Pro on Twitter for all the latest updates, as well as an update on another goal for Sacramento Republic. Curtains now for sure for the Orange County Blues.
The goal for Sacramento Republic FC, number 10, Thomas.
And it's Thomas Stewart with his second of the game. It's just too easy for him. Stewart walked in, and Perez left for dead once again.
Stewart's just been lighting up the score sheet since coming in. Goal 4 minutes apart and a yellow card. He's definitely making his presence known here, as we see Stewart stutter steps, lower right corner past Perez. 5-1 here.
And Guzman's night is done, as is Alan Russell's. And Mohamed Raknipor comes in to make his 12th appearance of the season. 21-year-old former youth Iranian international.
Replacing number 19, Octavio Guzman.
And this is just going to be very difficult here for the Blues to finish out. When you're down 4 goals like this, in the fashion it's happened, it's very hard to continue to play and play smart.
Well, they do win their 5th corner kick of the game.
Got to make sure to not lose your heads here and create not smart fouls here and draw any more cards here, as you're going to need these next 3 games. Very, very crucial.
Towering header away, and the break could be on here. It's 1-on-3. Another Sacramento player streaking up on this near side. But instead, it's going to be a foul and a free kick for the Orange County Blues.
The official OC Blues athletic training partner. Learn more about head trainer Chris Phillips and his staff at
Rodrigo Lopez, surprised that Preki hasn't taken him out considering he's coming back from a hamstring injury.
Acapulco Mexican restaurant you can
Carlos Martinez plays it back.
Your OC Blues. Visit the Acapulco booth today for a special $5 gift and ask about their Kids Eat Free program.
Too much space in the midfield. That's where this game was won by Sacramento. Just being able to possess that midfield, send it to the guys up top, and create all the chances. Something the Blues will have to work on in training this week.
Kim's bowled over. There's Gilberto also on the field now for Sacramento Republic, making his 8th appearance. 25-year-old Brazilian joined from the Union after making no appearances last season for the Major League Soccer club side. Up and over and out of bounds. Goal kick inside the final 15 minutes for Sacramento Republic, who have run rampant here today. And Nike is a proud sponsor of USL Pro. Follow @Nike Soccer on Twitter for all the latest Nike Soccer information. That one went off of Suggs last, so Rodrigo Lopez coming over to take the throw-in.
They just got to make sure to play with as much intensity as they can here, the Blues, as Sacramento is slowing the pace of this game down tremendously.
Stewart leaves it off. Kilmenta. Lopez was looking for the give and go. And Gilberto misses it. Raknipor. Gabriel Gonzalez with those lengthy legs. Twisting, turning, and playing a gorgeous ball to the far side. Flag stays down. Jakubek once again. Raknipor. And Jakubek with a huge double save. Another corner kick for the Blues. But had it not been for Jakubek's reading of the game, the Blues could very well have 3 goals now. Short corner flicked in. Nothing doing for the Blues. Raknipor gets it. Still going Raknipor. No foul, says the referee. Not a bad effort. But that shot was always rising over Jakubek's goal.
Well, Gonzalez did a great job creating that last chance, holding the ball up, getting it out wide. What a great run by Martinez. Jakubek coming up big. Haven't had to call his name many times tonight, but he's answered the call every single time.
But when we have, he's been very quick off his line.
Even guessing right on Alan Russell's PK, just could not stop that one.
You have to keep in mind that this is Orange County's 4th game in 10 days. So it's going to be very tough to have that intensity for all 90 minutes, as Chris Cortez was offside. So his effort wouldn't have counted anyway. 78th minute now. Orange County on their way to their 8th defeat in their last 9 games. It would take something spectacular here for them to come back from this against the staunch defensive Sacramento Republic team that is also showing their ability to get forward at will.
Sacramento in this second half is just lulling the OC Blues defense here, and they've been able to creep up and score 4 goals, all within a matter of 14, 15 minutes.
And that seems to have happened to the Blues a lot. They'll have 15 minutes where they have a breakdown. Get back to that in a second. Cortez is onside and unable to sneak it into the far corner. Well, that's kind of a microcosm of their season, isn't it, Brad?
I had no idea why Suggs was rushing so hard to that one, and that's because it was wide. He could read it from there. That looked in from our angle, Mark, but Suggs saw it. Unfortunate for Chris Cortez, and as you said, it's kind of been the storyline right there. Inches.
Header won by Garcia. Cortez helps it on. Or Gonzalez, rather, to Cortez, but Cortez whistled for the foul. 80th minute. Sacramento Republic 10 minutes away from a spot in the USL Pro playoffs and a chance to continue to climb up the table, as they will not only leapfrog the LA Galaxy 2 into 3rd place, but they also have 2 games in hand over both Los Dos and the Richmond Kickers. Cut out by Dalbridge.
And you know, you mentioned it, Mark. Why isn't Preki taking out Rodrigo Lopez? Well, during that last spell, I just saw him massaging his right hamstring, as he said he was coming back from a hamstring injury. It's going to be interesting to see here how he finishes out these last 10 minutes.
Moses, who's gone all the way over to outside right back, has to concede a corner kick as Darius Shizdani has really moved his players around like chess pieces today. However, it's been checkmate for quite a while in this game.
There was still some chances for the Blues here when it was still 3-1, but that 4th goal was really just the juggernaut shot that shut this one down.
No short corner, as Rodrigo Lopez didn't want Gilberto to come in. Played in toward that near post. Moses was there first. Lopez. Can he get there first, Lopez? Yes, he can. Perez elects to punch it clear. Sacramento fans wanted a handball on Dersu Abafati. Not that it matters at this juncture. I think Adrian Gonzalez, the referee, letting it go, especially considering that it was inadvertent.
But even the lack of urgency when that ball was at the 18 and no white shirts around, just to get it cleared up the middle, up the field, it's just kind of the way the game is when you're down like that.
Well, Kim had dispossessed his man, and that's got to be a yellow card. And is that the second yellow? That's what the Blues players are claiming. Didn't see who the card was on. Carlos Martinez, that's just his first yellow card as he just came in a few moments ago.
In the 83rd minute, the yellow card for Sacramento Republic FC on number
And a free kick opportunity here for the OC Blues. Rockneypour stands over this one.
And Rockneypour can hit him from here. Nothing to concern Jakubek in the end. Jakubek, who could very well be the starting point guard for the Sacramento Kings, as was his request when asked about the possibility of the Kings ownership group buying Sacramento Republic, as they have been in some serious talks with Major League Soccer. In fact, officials from the New York office are going to make another visit out to Sacramento in early September.
interesting, the fact that they can't keep the basketball team in Sacramento, yet they're going to still own a professional sports organization. Interesting.
Rare miscue from Lopez. Cortez tried to meg him, not the best idea. And then Lopez ran into Kilmenta, giving the ball back to Cortez. And it's a bit sloppy from everyone, but finally Gilberto overtakes. Gets it out wide. 25-year-old Brazilian gets it right back. It'll be a free kick, even though Gilberto was in possession. Gilberto played 6 games for Atlético Mineiro in 2011, and Atlético Mineiro last year with Ronaldinho won the Copa Libertadores, which we said earlier is the South American equivalent to the European UEFA Champions League. I believe San Lorenzo from Argentina won it this year. But so Gilberto, not only with some Major League Soccer experience, but also for one of the biggest clubs at the moment in Brazil. All 2014 USL Pro matches will be broadcast live for free on the home team's YouTube channel. And all Orange County Blues FC home matches will be broadcast at youtube.com/OC Blues FC. And you should come here next Saturday, as coverage will begin at 6:45 for the 7 o'clock kickoff between the Orange County Blues and the Wilmington Hammerheads. As here's Lopez. Couldn't get any purchase on the shot.
Well, that was on the right foot of the hamstring he was massaging about 5 minutes ago. Maybe his fatigue is playing an issue.
Lopez has some work to do. He now has 2 goals to catch up to Stewart. Lopez came into this game with 7 goals, as did Stewart. Stewart has a brace off the bench. And Sacramento looking to add a 6th. But this ball rolls all the way through to Perez. Suggs. Elise Garcia. 2 caps for the full Cuban national team, and then was with the U23s when he defected in March of 2008. Lopez wins the free kick on barge in the back from Suggs, as we're inside the final 5 minutes of normal time.
Been impressed with Suggs and his energy as he's come in here in the second half, keeping up that intensity. Trying to stay strong in the back here, but Blues just giving up too many here in too short of a time span.
That's a tough challenge from Garcia, but he got the ball. Gonzalez. Too tactile from Delbridge for the referee's liking. And Suggs pours forward. Motors to the end line, puts it across. Martinez is lurking at that back post, but it's cleared away. Gilberto crowded out. It's still working his way through his Roknipor. Cortez! Quick reactions once again from Jakubek. And then Roknipor apologizing for running into him.
Cortez was off balance there, doing everything he could to get everything, all the power behind it, but Jakubek almost let a wide open rebound to Roknipor. Good hustle by Roknipor.
Offside flag goes up. Now Sacramento Republic fans in full voice, and talked to some of them who made the trip down here at halftime, and they said, we're just doing everything we can to show that we belong in Major League Soccer. True commitment from the Republics.
And some jawing between the two supporter groups here.
Lopez. Beautiful ball through to Stewart. Was crowded out. I think it's just messing around. They're singing "We Are Sad" over here on the Orange County Blues side. a little bit of Aston Villa in them. Aston Villa fans not afraid to make fun of themselves. Lopez gets the flick on from John. Still trying to go Lopez. Seth Moses is there. Such a versatile player, Seth Moses. Definitely has a bright future at just age of 20.
Yes.
Speaking of a player that has a bright future, Kim wins a free kick as we're inside the final 2 minutes of normal time. And for Dariush Yazdani and his side, this whistle can't come soon enough. Take all the substitutions, all the goals, and all the cards and throw them out the window because there's really no need for stoppage time in this one.
You know, with all the fouls and all the yellow cards, really seem to not play that big of a factor in this game.
And Perez has been unlucky tonight. There will be 3 minutes of stoppage time as Kilmenta bought the ball down nicely. Now sprayed to the far side. Oh, what a touch. The ball played through. It's one-on-one. Griffiths able to get back and send it to the far post. Hat trick for Stewart.
In the 90th minute, super sub it is.
Stewart has been carving this back line open at will, and he now is in double digits for the season. 10 goals and 3 assists in 18 appearances for Thomas Stewart. And it was all the work of Gilberto putting him through. Griffiths did well to get back, but then Stewart cut him and found the far post, almost a carbon copy of his second goal.
Well, when the score is like that, Griffiths doing everything he can to try and block off that opening angle, but Stewart smartly cuts it back. It's really just how the game goes when it's at this point and you're at such a large deficit. Great goal by Stewart, though.
Suggs just looking for somebody to play it into. Cortez went for the spectacular. It was anything but.
As we're in stoppage time here. 6-1 lead for Sacramento Republic.
Cortez trying to find Suggs. Not a bad idea, but he runs out of room. It'll be another goal kick. As over a minute of stoppage time has elapsed here. Both teams just seeing this one out. Glory, glory, Sacramento indeed, as they are on their way to the playoffs in their inaugural season in the USL Pro and just 2 wins away from giving Preki the most wins in a season, in any season that he's been a coach.
Just adding to his resume there as a coach and had one great resume as a player.
What a move from Suggs to escape Rodrigo Lopez. Can he produce a good end product? Kim chests it down for Gonzalez, and the offside flag was up. 1 minute left, plus whatever else the referee Adrian Gonzalez wants to add on. One thing is for certain, all 3 points are going to go back to the California capital. And tremendous skill on the far side.
So we have to be approaching the last minute of stoppage time here.
Stewart came on and really killed the game for the Sacramento Republic with his hat trick. Had the final 3 goals. That after John had made it 3-1 off a pinpoint cross from Kilmenta. Oh, beautifully left through by Gonzalez. It's opened up space, but Delbridge gets back quickly. However, falls Conley for Rockneypor. Over for Gonzalez. And the smaller of the number 8s got up first. Cortez this time, trying to pick out the far corner. Too much bend on it, and it goes straight to Jakubik. And that will do it. Sacramento Republic in its inaugural season is into the playoffs. And for the Orange County Blues, it could very well be curtains, as they're going to need to win their final 3 games and have a lot of teams drop points if they are going to make it into that 8th and final playoff spot. Sacramento, though, Brad, the better team throughout the 90 minutes.
Yeah, there was an opportunity there at the start of the second half. We thought we might have had ourselves a great finish as Captain Allen Russell drew the PK and scored in the 48th minute. But Daly in the 54th, and then the super sub, Thomas Stewart, adding to his team-leading goals for Sacramento Republic, now has 10 on the season with that hat trick. Really nothing you could do about that.
Well, for those fans, it was certainly worth the trip, as Sacramento Republic improves to 14-6-3 on the season and is now the leader in away wins with a record of 7-5-1 away from home, 7-1-2 at home, as they will go back along with their fans and face off against Wilmington on Wednesday night. And this is a Sacramento side that just ran rampant after Allen Russell had put away that PK. For the second straight game, they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes to set the tone for the rest of the way.
And it's unfortunate. We thought we were going to see, you know, a familiar scoreline between these teams. Last time Sacramento played here, they were up for early. Blues won 2-1. All the previous matchups been 2-1. Unfortunately, this one not in the OC Blues' favor.
Biggest loss for the Blues this season. Most goals scored in a win by Sacramento this year. As we do have Justin Maestas getting set for an interview with new boy Alex Martinez. Oh, while we wait for them to get set, Brad, was there anything Orange County could do differently, or is there just too much quality from the Capital side?
Well, you don't want to take away from the fact that Sacramento played a great game today, but for the Blues going forward, you have to sure up your midfield. It's something that just let them down tonight, as they lost control of the ball in the midfield many times and weren't able to distribute from the midfield. Trying to bypass that midfield and play those through balls to your forwards up top. Just can't win very many games trying to play that way.
And for Orange County, you have to remember, this is their 4th game in 10 days. They didn't have any time, really, to prepare for this game against Sacramento, and you could tell that they were exhausted after traveling over 5,000 miles. Blues dropped to 9-16 on the season and have now given up 50 goals this year. Quite a difference from just the 37 they gave up last year.
It seems like we have Justin Maestas as we go down to the field with his interview with Martinez.
Hello, we're with Alex Martinez, and Alex, I mean, it's never a good thing to, after a 7-1 loss, or a 6-1 loss, excuse me. I mean, what kind of emotions go through your head after a loss like this?
I'm not happy, obviously. We didn't bring it today. It comes from me and then the rest of the team. We didn't bring it, and that's why we got punished the way we did.
And you talked about what happened this game. You guys still have 3 games remaining, and you still are in the playoff hunt. What needs to change in those 3 games?
We got to win. That's the most important thing. The rest, I think it's up to us. But the first thing we have to do is win. So we know that we have to do that. And at the end of the day, if we don't get it done, it's over for us. So
I appreciate it, Alex, and good luck on your next game. Back to you guys.
Sacramento running rampant. Their 42nd goal of the season, or now on 42 goals for the season, as they just destroyed the Blues, especially in the final 35 minutes of this game. what did the substitution of Stewart bring to this match? Obviously, he had the hat trick, but what was it, Brad, that he brought to the table that turned this from a 3-1 game into a 6-1 game?
Well, him being leading goal scorer already for Sacramento, we know that he is a starting 11 caliber player. Preki changed it up a little bit tonight, knowing where they sit in the standings and how many games left to play, that tonight was not everything, but that last-minute sub played off dividends for Sacramento as they have now into the playoffs and up in the standings.
And now Justin Maestas with a man all Blues fans know, Rodrigo Lopez.
Welcome back, and we got Rodrigo Lopez and his nephew Daniel over here, and it's a great win for you guys. You guys clinched the playoff berth, and in front of a lot of your supporters out here, how does it feel to finally be in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, we have the best fans, I think, in the league, and it's always an extra push for them to come out and support us. We obviously get it at our home field, you know, and coming here and having the same support is pretty special. It was a big win for us, big team effort. We fought, 90 minutes. I thought we started really slow in the second half, but we were able to push through it, and that's what good teams do. After going down or someone tying so early and find a way to win is important for us.
And the USL Pro has really been growing this past year in terms of getting MLS attention. Your team is one of those teams getting MLS attention. What kind of message does it send to Don Garber about you guys making the playoffs in your first season?
I mean, it's just giving it an extra push as well. We really want that MLS team in Sacramento, and I think the fans and the city deserve it. I think winning it, or even getting championship, winning it, that's our goal, to win it, and I think that will make an extra push for Don Garber to see us and to notice that we're for real in Sacramento, and we want that MLS squad franchise.
All right, thank you, Rodrigo. Good luck in the playoffs, and back to you guys. Finish off the game.
Well, if Sacramento does in fact go into Major League Soccer, I hope that Rodrigo Lopez is on that squad, as he is one of the best players and most fun to watch in the USL Pro. Speaking of Major League Soccer, even before they get a franchise, Preki told me that they've gotten a lot of calls from MLS teams interested in their players, and he said, I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to say who, but if they get calls and the MLS teams are really interested in him, then he just wants to help them move on to that next level, and they've certainly shown their quality here today. Before we go, final thoughts, Brad.
Well, the season is not over yet. There's still work to be done. Blues just got to go into training this week, play the right way that they know how to play, where they had that 5-game win streak, or 5-game unbeaten streak, and just push to the end of the season here. But as we see, Sacramento Republic just too much for the Blues tonight. Perez makes the great save. That one was called offside. Braun, questionable position right there. Blues escaped that one. But in the second half, completely different story.
Frustration for the Blues, falling to their 8th defeat in 9 games. Just 1 win since the end of June. And the Orange County Blues almost made a game of it, and we thought that they could come back and take 3 points here. But first we see the big save from Perez, ball bouncing around, and then how about this from Vukovic?
Left-footed volley with the laces, giving some happy birthday love to one of his children. It was just nothing Perez could do, but when you clear the ball to the middle, you make yourself susceptible to goals like that from your opponents. Critical mistake, something you're taught at the youth level, never clear it to the center. And it was just blasted by Vukovic.
The 30-year-old Montenegrin, not only does daddy love his son, but the Sacramento Republic fans love Vukovic. However, Russell would tie it up from the spot.
Well, Russell did a great job to get the ball at the top of the 18. Kind of a careless foul from Sacramento there to set up that PK. Jakubic guessed right, even got a little fingertip to it. But other than that, Jakubic played a great game, and Blues could just not generate any offense from the run of play right there.
And just as we thought that it was game on here at Anteater Stadium, it all went awry for the Blues.
Yeah, when we had Daly here on this free kick from Alvarez, ball bouncing around in the middle, 4 blue shirts. Daly, just the white shirt that elected to put his foot on that one. nothing Perez could do as he had his view blocked by all the defenders from the Blues not reacting to that ball. But as you said, Mark, Alvarez can send in those dangerous crosses, and that was a dangerous bouncer right there. Unfortunate for the OC Blues.
And you could, it was so long since that goal from Daly, but that was the game winner. Before John would add one, and then Stewart said, hey, Brecky, let me join the party. But first, it was all John to make sure that they had 2 goals in 2 minutes to get a 2-goal lead.
As Clemento was wide open on the near side. Ball played back beautifully by Alvarez to John in the middle. No blue shirts around. One of the easiest goals John will score all season long.
And Alvarez with his 2nd assist of the game, his 3rd assist in the last 2 games. And that was John's goal. And then from there on, it was the Thomas Stewart show.
Goal number 1, 2, 3. That one, Perez had no idea it was coming. Impossible angle from Stewart. But when you have a knack for finding the back of the net, things just seem to go your way. And that one was, game was already out of hands, out of reach by that point. Just adding to his score sheet right there.
And that is how Stewart overtook Rodrigo Lopez as the team leader in goals for Sacramento Republic, but he wasn't done.
Put a beautifully placed ball with the left foot again past Perez. It was just, the route was on from there. It was, look, you see Alan Russell's head down there. Team was defeated. It was unfortunate because they still had to play 20 minutes of soccer after that. But Stewart on his last and final goal here that came 4 minutes apart from that one. Beautifully cut ball on his right foot. Almost carbon copy of that 2nd goal in the lower right-hand corner. And that one will seal it and send Sacramento to the playoffs.
Sacramento and Stewart with that one, that was pretty much from the same exact spot and hit the same exact part of the inside of the netting on the far side. As we'd like to thank Steve Ridlin and the entire crew at Liquid Event TV, always providing some of the best pictures in the USL Pro, as well as we'd like to thank Eddie Ralph from Sacramento Republic, who's done an excellent job providing us with information on Sacramento, and Hersini Del Cid and Jake Schwartz, who do a wonderful job providing content for the Orange County Blues. Well, they usually say it's a 5-star performance, Brad, but this time, Sacramento Republic went run better, running rampant 6-1 over the Orange County Blues. For Brad Paul, I'm Mark Serber saying goodnight from Anteater Stadium, where the Orange County Blues go home feeling blue, while Sacramento Republic go home knowing that there's life at the end of the regular season.
At Sport Clips, we are constantly looking for ways to bring the game to you. That includes our relaxing shampoo.
Are you ready for your rinse?
Maybe we should leave it like it is.
The Sport Clips MVP experience. Great haircut, relaxing shampoo, and legendary hot steam towel. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.